Is there a time tomorrow that will work?
Just say weekend, Saturday. How about Wednesday? We're off Wednesday.
We don't have work Wednesday, so we could go Wednesday evening. Or we could go tomorrow, because it's not a work night for us, really.
But I don't want to see it in the dark. Are you thinking 5:30? Say what? We both have Wednesday off. How about Wednesday? Tell her that so she knows to not ask about non-days off.
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hello.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me on our bed for our little program here. Okay, so we had a horrible meal, and we tipped horribly because the meal was horrible. We were just in accordance with the food and service. It all started on a cold Saturday morning. We went to Natomas, went to Costco at 9, got some eggs, and then we went to Kohl's at 9:30 because I had an Amazon return. By the way, Jeff Bezos is getting super stingy about returns now. Like before, you'd be like, I don't want this, I want to return it. Boop, 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 click, click, point, point, click, click. And it was like, okay, majority of the time, drop it off at a UPS store. Okay, whatever. Cool, easy. But now it's like, there could be a restocking fee, better not be any damage. And it's like, okay. And then it has you like fill out the reason why. It'll be a drop down, like, why are you returning this? I don't want it. And then another drop down. Why are you really returning this? I really don't want it. I bought it by mistake, incorrect part, whatever. And then there's a field, an empty field that says, okay, tell us why you're really returning it. And I always do a couple words. I do not want it. But what the heck? Jeff Bezos. And they wouldn't let me return it to a UPS store. I had to go to Kohl's. There's not a Kohl's in West Sac, so we had to go to Natomas. So we made a day out of it, honey, or a morning. We had a Natomas adventure. And then we have a gift card that we haven't used. Can you tell people about that?
It's $25, and it's available at 4 different restaurants. Chili's,
Macaroni Grill,
On the Border, I think, and then Maggiano's,
Yeah.
which I've never heard of. I don't even know if there's one around here.
Yeah.
Do you know Maggiano's?
Never heard of it. But when did we get the gift card?
Have I had this since before I met you, or did we acquire it during our time together? We've had it for years. I don't know where it came from or how I got it. I forget.
You had a life before I met you? Really, honey? So we didn't get it for our marriage?
I can't remember. It's possible. It's been sitting in my wallet for at least 5 or 6 years.
The Bed Bath & Beyond gift card.
Yes, that one we did get for a wedding gift.
It's $50.
Yes.
We got married almost 6 years ago.
Almost 6 years ago. We've been slowly working through our gift cards.
Yeah.
We're down to just a couple.
Yeah.
So.
Subway, which I have loaded on my Subway account. Bed Bath & Beyond, which I feel like if there was a physical, they used to have brick and mortar so we could go somewhere. But the website is so much choice.
That's why I haven't used it yet. I cannot decide what to buy with it. But on the other hand, I'm really afraid they're going to go out of business. And I need to use this gift card before that happens.
Yeah. So the Chili's gift card, $25. We've had it for, well, you've had it. Either we've had it for about 6 years or you've had it for 6+ years. But it was like, okay, well, we could do Costco, we could do Kohl's, we could do Chili's. And then we went to look at an open house for Grandma Tian. So Costco at 9, Kohl's 9:30, super easy in and out for the Amazon return. And it was like, okay, Chili's opens at 11. It's 9:38. What are we going to do? We could walk around Dollar Tree for an hour 22. We could walk around Walmart for an hour 22. So it was just like, well, let's just eat somewhere close. And then we'll get to the Chili's gift card. What, year 7, honey? Year 8?
It'll always be there, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Because I did have a gift card. Well, it was a refund. thing through T-Mobile where there was a maintenance fee of 3%. And it was a small gift card. It was $11-ish. But I didn't pay attention that there was a maintenance fee per quarter of 3%. I'm sorry, $3 something. So it was gone. I had lost my $11 to T-Mobile.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks, Magenta phone company. But I think we need to check if the balance is still good. If the gift cert is still legit. So we went to a Vietnamese place, which I've seen. I actually ordered my parents' banh mi's from there when they came up last year. It's called Kodo 2, Nat Thomas. It was like down the block from where we were at Kohl's. So, and they opened at 10. So I was like, let's do this. We can get some yummy Vietnamese food.
And oop.
Okay, so we get there. It's 9:55-ish. We got there before an employee. Like, we pulled up, and then she pulled up. She was late.
Or we were early. This isn't the first time we've gone to a restaurant, sat in the parking lot, and beat the employees.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of a pattern for us.
Oh, yeah.
You like to get places super early.
Yeah. Well, I like to be the what's the phrase? The worm? Is that the...
The early bird gets the worm.
Exactly!
The earlier bird gets the Vietnamese food.
We went to a pizza place a few months ago, and they said they were open at 11. We were there at 11. They were not open. We sat there till 11:10. It was like, okay. So we started to leave, and a late employee, like, barged into this tiny parking lot, nearly smacked into you. I was like, well, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be opening and, I don't know, grating cheese at 10:30 a.m., 10:45 a.m., and you should be open at 11. I don't know. But we get there, and right when they open, we walk in. A nice space. Nice decorations. It's a large space. It has some vibe, if you will. Atmosphere?
Yeah.
What's the word?
Ambiance.
There you go. Ambiance. Has some nice ambiance.
And oop.
Okay, so we walk in. You had to go to the bathroom, honey. What was your strategy?
Right. So the plan was for us to look at the menu, decide what we're going to order, and then I can go to the bathroom, and while I'm gone, you can get our food ordered so things can get rolling and we can get our food ASAP.
Yeah, and we shared an entree and the spring rolls because I ain't out here trying to spend $40 on a casual meal. Cash. Like, if we go somewhere nice or whatever, I don't mind dropping some paper, spending some scratch. But if it's just like somewhere chill and a simple meal, I don't want to spend no $40 between us. Things are heck expensive nowadays. So you went to the bathroom, and then you came back, and I was like, no one has greeted me. No one has acknowledged me. They didn't take our order, and it was a couple minutes. So I was like, what kind of service is this? Finally, a waiter comes over to us. We got a number 25 with spring rolls. Thank you for taking our order. Thank you. 10 minutes late, but whatever. The place was empty, okay? And I understand you got to open. You might be running a little late. The gal who your coworker might have been late. I get it, but we're the only ones in the restaurant, in the space. Like, give us some attention and then go back to setting up the silverware or whatever. I don't know. They do the thing where they give you a bag of chopsticks, soup spoon, and napkins. But the napkins are like super tiny.
Yeah, and they only give you one.
Yeah, and thin. And it's like when you have those picnics or whatever where they give you the little plastic thing with the spork and the knife and thin, tiny napkin. That's what this was in a full-service restaurant. So I had to ask for more napkins. I had to ask for forks, and it's a dang shame. I hang my head in embarrassment when I have to ask for forks. It's my Vietnamese side is just like, Vince, You are a disappointment. Oh, I'm channeling Grandma Tian, am I right? Right away when the food, our appetizer came, the spring rolls arrived. I knew something was wrong because their fish sauce was hecka clear. Like you usually want some orangey fish sauce, like an orange hue, a tint, if you will, a pastel orange color. But this was dang near water-like, and there were no chili flakes in there. Spring rolls, we get the shrimp spring rolls with pork, and the pork should be like long, flat strips. But this was ground pork. So I took a bite of it, and I was like, this spring roll is off, and this Vietnamese fish sauce is off. Something's wrong here.
Not a good start or sign of what's to come.
Yeah. We got our bowl. I thought the egg rolls were the best part.
Oh, for sure.
They were super hot. You nearly burned yourself.
Yeah. But I was happy to burn myself because it was good.
You gotta dunk it in that fish sauce, to cool it down. Yeah, the egg rolls were nice and hot and fresh. I thought they were the best part, piping hot. The shrimp was odd. Did you like the shrimp, darling?
I liked it, but it was odd. It was like, it looked like it was smushed.
Yeah.
Like they'd banged it with a hammer or something.
They like filleted or butterflied it, or it didn't look appealing, aesthetically speaking. It's very orange. I would compare the texture to wet chalk. And then we get to the grand finale. For those who don't know, the grilled pork with vermicelli. It's grilled pork, vermicelli, and then there's a lot of like lettuce mix, vegetables in one bowl. There was barely any meat.
Yeah. And the meat that was there, not good.
Yeah. Terrible quality.
Very bad quality. It was very fatty. It's like, I barely ate any of it.
I could have swore I ate some tripe or cartilage. It was terrible. Like, they should have taken a look at this pork and been like, maybe we should throw this away. We can't be serving this in our house. And there was zero flavor. I know the grilled pork, Vietnamese pork flavor very well. I've been eating it for all my 26 years on this planet Earth. And there wasn't any of that. There was just no flavor. And I was like, what's going on here? We barely got through it.
Yeah, for us to not finish a bowl of a vermicelli and meat, usually we could each individually house that, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, there was literally 7 pieces of meat, and they were all, and probably 3 of them were just inedible. I took one bite of one piece of pork, and I instantly refunded it. I just spit it right back out. I was like, I'm not gonna try. I've lived too long. I've done too much with my life to try to consume this piece of whatever the hell it is. And then so we were finished, and then there was no receipt. Like our waiter did not bring over a receipt. He wasn't paying attention to us. He wasn't paying us any mind. So we were just sitting there, done for another 5 to 10 minutes.
And by this point, there was a lot more employees that had showed up.
Yeah.
It was a pretty full house of people working.
Yeah. And I had to walk up to their little cash register and say, yeah, can you check us out, please? This was really bad. And I maintain that there's Chinese restaurants that are good, but there's some really bad Chinese food out there also. Like it runs the gamut all over the place, from good to bad in terms of Chinese food. But Vietnamese restaurants, in my 24 years on this planet Earth, they're all good. They're very much the same. You know exactly what you're getting into. Parity, if you will. That's Parity. But they're all good. I've never had a bad Vietnamese restaurant experience. This was the first one in my life, and it was really, really bad. Usually Vietnamese restaurants are consistently good, but this was just, I was not a happy Vietnamese camper, if you know what I'm saying. They were disgracing my homeland, my people, Grandma Tian. How dare they? Our total was $21.15. What? I, we tipped, okay, but we tipped $1, which is 4.7% tip. Now, yes, darling.
I would have tipped. I only had a $1 in my
Right.
wallet. If I had a couple more ones, I would have tipped. But it wasn't good enough to. I had a 20.
Yeah.
It wasn't good enough to ask them to break the 20.
Right.
It wasn't worth the effort, so they
Right.
only got the $1.
They didn't deserve us to break a 5 for them, or a 20 or a 10. And yes, 4.7% is really, really low tip. But on the other hand, this was a really, really poor experience. Poor food, middling service. What the heck? And yeah, we didn't have more singles. I had a 5, but I just didn't want to go up there and give them the satisfaction of a bigger tip. It's 4.7%. It's pathetic, but the meal was pathetic. So I feel no. We got the hell out of there. Okay, it was like leaving a crime scene. Never again. I really wanted to like it. I ordered my parents banh mi's from there when they came up last year, and there were no complaints. And my mom will complain if she doesn't like something, but I don't know what happened. But do you think it was because when they opened, they're using like the terrible meat from the night before?
That's very possible.
It's been sitting out.
We got there too early. They hadn't cooked up any new meat for the day, so we were getting yesterday's scraps.
I just never again. You know what? We should have waited for Chili's. We should have walked around Dollar Tree for an hour 22.
Yes, we should have.
Costco. We did the eggs. You were like, we're going to eggs first.
Well, people on Facebook, they're kind of reactionary. They're kind of over the top.
Yeah.
So someone a few days ago posted on our West Sac community group that Costco is out of eggs. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And as everyone knows, Costco has the cheapest eggs right now.
Yeah.
So when we got there, I said, we're going straight to the eggs. Do not stop. Do not meander.
Yeah.
And we headed straight back.
There were people running by us at the entrance. I don't know if they were going for the eggs.
Oh,
but
yeah, they were.
I can't blame them if they were. But yeah, we got 24 eggs for $7.60. I texted my mom because she's interested in food prices, as am I. And so I said, Mom, we got 24 eggs for $7.60 at Costco. And then she replied with, live within your means, with 2 exclamation points. And I was like, really, Mom? Are we really doing this? Traveling to Costco to buy eggs for the cheapest price is within my means. This is my means. I'm living my means, mother. I gave you my Costco credit card, honey.
Yeah. I used it we paid with the remains of our gift card.
Yeah.
And then the remaining balance, I used your credit card. And then you said, keep it.
Yeah.
So it remains in my wallet to this day.
Yeah, because we're always together at Costco. And it just becomes a hassle. Like, here's the Costco card. Here's the credit card. Just, I'll get us in there with my phone. You can do your Costco card on your telephone nowadays. But just take my credit card because it's already enough to deal with the card. And if we have a gift card, the membership card, the credit card, they are not friendly there.
No one who works at Costco has been friendly to us. There's zero customer service. There's zero like, hey, how you doing? How's everything?
Yeah.
And they're just trying to get you through as fast as possible.
Yeah.
It's I feel like livestock, just trying to get through as fast as I can.
You don't matter.
I'm not a person.
That's like in college where we were speaking up against the man, and In terms of the college experience, we were like, we're just a social security number to them. Yeah, it's always confusing what goes in the box, what doesn't go in the box, what goes on the conveyor belt, what doesn't go on the conveyor belt. It's intimidating.
It is, and I think I'm following instructions, and then someone
Right.
else, a different employee, thinks that I'm doing it wrong, and I
Yeah.
don't know what's right.
Yeah,
I just want my eggs.
right. I feel like I need a cold shower afterwards, just to wash off the terrifying experience. All other stuff happening in our lives. You got a trimmer, honey. How did it go? How much did it cost? How did it go? How are you doing with that aspect of your life?
It cost about $25. It's cordless. Comes with a little plug-in thing to charge it.
Yeah, Philips Norelco brand.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Great success. I only cut myself a little once.
Ooh.
One little. But
Yeah.
now I know what I did wrong, so I'll be more careful next time. It's fantastic.
Pain is beauty, honey.
Indeed.
Beauty is pain. I cut my nipple yesterday.
Oh gosh.
I know. I was got a little crazy with the razor and my chest hair, and I was bleeding. But Have you ever done that?
I've never cut my nipple.
I don't recommend it, but it heals up. It's fine.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. It got a little wild in the shower. So Lennox turned 13. It was his birthday. Got him some panda. It's his favorite thing. 2-item combo, both entrees, orange chicken. And then for the side, fried rice. He housed it with Lincoln Wynn and Mid John. They were here. But then I had promo code or whatever, a deal that whatever with your purchase, you can get a small entree. So I got us teriyaki chicken, small teriyaki chicken, brought it back. What'd you think about the Panda Express teriyaki chicken, honey?
It was okay.
Yeah?
I was starving, so I had just gotten home from work, and I was like, let's eat this right now. Straight from the box. I was so hungry. It was okay.
It's hecka low quality.
It is.
Chicken.
Um,
They should serve it at Kodo too, am I right?
I always have hopes for the Panda Teriyaki chicken because it was my go-to for so many years.
Yeah.
And it used to be so much better.
I love it when they bust it out on the cutting board and they
Yeah.
It's like, wow. You feel like you're at a high-end Japanese restaurant. I thought it was terrible. And then I got it with sauce, but it's not the hot, fresh sauce that they have and they scoop it into a little cup if you dine in. They just give you a bag, a small little sauce packet of a teriyaki sauce. And I was like, what the heck? I'm hecka unimpressed by Panda's teriyaki chicken. Super fatty, just low quality. The teriyaki chicken at Hot Wok Express at the Rayleigh's Chinese food. Much better. We recently ran into some old meat, honey. Or we did the Walmart pickup. Can you tell us more about that?
A lot of times with our Walmart pickup, some items are expired because they're not checking the expiration date. They just grab whatever's right there on the shelf.
Yeah.
And, when you're in the store, I check every expiration date for every item I buy.
That's crazy.
Is it?
I used to never. Neither. I still don't. I mean, you do it for us. But I never checked expiration dates in my life. So I'm probably eating tons of old stuff.
I'm pretty obsessed with expiration dates. And I try to buy the one with the furthest date on it when I'm comparing items on the shelf. I eat a lot more expired food now, thanks to your influence.
Thank you.
Not like produce, not like perishables.
Yeah.
But you have me eating protein bars that are a year old.
Oh yeah. Hecka cheap.
I'll eat old shelf items now. I never would used to do that. But,
Oh really?
oh yeah. But the meat, we got this protein, like pre-packaged vacuum sealed protein.
Yeah.
We eat these a lot on weeknights. This is our go-to dinner.
Super easy.
But the one we got was expired. Actually, we got two that were expired.
Yeah.
One was expired over 2 weeks, so that immediately
Yeah.
out of the question.
Yeah.
But then we had another one that was 7 days expired.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we cannot eat this. And you said it's fine.
It's just a week. And so I was like, yeah, a week's a week. And then day 8 came and I was like, it's close to a week. It's still fine. But then when it happened, we didn't read it for whatever reason. But then on day 9, I was like, that's almost 10. That's almost double digits. So maybe we should throw it away. And I always get them for free or credited or comped or whatever. I just hop into the Walmart chat and I say, we got this expired. It used to be like a problem, a frequent problem where they gave us expired meat. But then it stopped happening for a couple months. But now it's happening.
It's happening again.
It's endemic.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Sam Walton or whoever tell the employees to check expirations? And when you do see expired stuff, throw it away. You know what? I bet most people don't check, like me of yesteryear.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people aren't checking.
Yeah.
And the grocers who are grabbing it, they don't care.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Most people don't care, and we're still alive, honey.
We did eat it.
Oh yeah.
And we're fine.
Yeah.
I didn't get sick.
Yeah. It's fine.
It tasted fine. It smelled normal.
Yeah. They vacuum seal that stuff.
Yeah.
It ain't going nowhere. But yeah, I think most people don't care. Don't know, don't care. That's what I used to do. Well, you know what? When buying stuff, I would always reach in the back for the quote unquote freshest. But actually looking at the date, it never happened. It never happened. So pick Luna up from school and we're driving in Southport Town Center, which is the local shopping area near where we live. Saw Lennox with Lincoln, and they were going into the comic book store over there, and saw Len, and I yelled at him. I go, Len. He didn't hear me. He was kind of far or whatever, but I just saw him, and I saw Lincoln riding their bikes, doing their thing, walking into the comic book store, and I was like, wow, that's childhood, man. You just bum around. You got nothing to do, no real purpose. You're just killing time. Like, I remember going to the warehouse, which was like Sam Goody in Southern California, San Diego. And you're just browsing CDs. You're looking at movies. You don't have money for a CD because they're $16.99. Oh, you got a couple bucks for a cassette single at $2 or $3. But just hanging with no real sense of purpose. But that's what childhood is.
Yeah.
It's just you're just being candid. You're just doing your thing.
Yep.
You're trying to kill time. You're having fun. Not a care in the world. Not a worry in the world. It just brought me back. Brought me back to yesteryear. I see here in my notes, honey, that Len asked you to make pizza for all of his friends. Can you tell us more about that?
So apparently the pizzas I make Lennox for lunch have kind of become popular.
Yeah.
A lot of his friends eat them. He hands them out. I only usually put 2 in his lunch.
Yeah.
So people call dibs on them. One day he asked me, can you make 5 pizzas for tomorrow? So I said, sure. He had promised a lot of people. So I packed him 5 pizzas and everyone got a share that day.
That's crazy. When's he going to turn it into a business, a hustle, like a Mark Cuban or Gary Vaynerchuk? Start selling them for $5 a piece.
He should. I support that.
Yeah, making some decent scratch. We went to Len's parent-teacher conference. You've been to a few. This is my first one.
Right, yeah. I go every time.
Yeah.
But this was your first time joining me.
Yeah.
Finally, after 6 years.
Yeah. And it was cool.
Why did you decide to go?
Well, we've had conversations, honey, where I need to do more, be more involved.
Yeah.
Just be more present, more effort in terms of the kid's life. Because that's always been you, 100%.
Yeah.
And I pitch in here and there, but...
Yeah. I take on pretty much all the duties.
Yeah. And I realized that just being around and being a good role model and handsome and lifting and being really strong is just, it's not enough. And I need to be more active and more involved. So we went to the parent teacher conference, just saw 4 of his teachers. That's who showed up. It's pretty cool to like hear about this side of Len that we don't see, or we rarely see.
Yeah, we see him from our perspective and our home and our relationship, but I really don't know what's going on at school. I don't know what kind of a student he is, or
Yeah.
what's going on with his classes. How do his teachers feel about him?
Yeah.
So I love the teacher conference because I get to hear it from them. What's really going on? How are things going?
Yeah. We see the angsty teen side.
Right.
But to hear from his teachers that he's nice, he's quiet, he gets involved, he helps out the teachers, he's really good on his tests, not the greatest at turning in homework. He needs to get better about that. But to hear that that side of him, that perspective, I was like, this is cool. It made me proud.
Yeah, totally. I felt really proud. All his teachers had really glowing things to say about him.
Yeah.
And that made me really happy. And yeah, he's doing really well.
Yeah. From what I know or what I think, I have no idea what's going on. He could have been a menace to society, but to hear first person perspective saying, yeah, he's a good kid, he's a smart kid. Excellent. Love that. One thing that I noticed was his homework, students' homework, kids' homeworks, all around the nation, but in specific Lennox, there's no due dates. Like they're like turn it in on May 3rd, but then May 3rd passes and they're like, well, you can still turn in. What's up with that?
Yeah, this is a thing I've noticed in the last few years, and I think after COVID and when they did like a year and a half or 2 years of at-home school, a lot of things changed where a lot of their work is now done it's all through the Chromebook.
Oh, right.
A lot of it's online, even though they're in school in person.
Yeah.
And I don't think this was a thing before, but now it's for both of our kids. You can turn in work anytime. If it's past due, teachers will still accept it and they'll update your grade.
Full credit. I feel like they should dock you. 1%, 2%, 5%. If it's late.
Oh, you're so strict.
Well, that's how life is, honey. But just to have no due dates, the due date comes, the due date goes. Like, oh, you can still turn in for full credit. And it's like, well, why even have a due date? I don't know. I blame Common Core, honey. We went to Dollar Tree. We saw a beggar outside. And you said, I'm going to give him money when we leave. And did you give him money, honey?
No. Well, you saw him come in the DT.
Yeah.
While we were in there.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, oh, he maybe has money already.
Maybe.
And then I didn't get any change. I didn't have anything in my hand ready to go. So.
Yeah. Or he could be loitering or... Man, I was at another business and did my transaction, left, and then unhoused gentleman walks in. I was like, oh, I would hate to be doing like whatever, Dollar Tree or Rayleigh's, just working, being an employee, and then you got to deal with homeless people or just not there mentally people. That would, I don't know how I would deal with that. Well, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. We bought at Dollar Tree, we bought a brown coloring pen. So we have these stools, and somehow one of them got a hole in the lining, the leather or whatever. And it was just underneath, it's just white. And this has been for months, maybe a year. And so every time I would see this like white hole in this leather stool, I'd be like, I need a brown coloring pen. And I just never got around to buying it, but we bought it, colored in the white spot. It still looks bad.
I haven't even looked at it.
It doesn't look great. Well, there's still some white fluff poking about, but it no longer bothers me as much. Another thing is that I wanted to buy a firm toothbrush. There are no firm
Good.
toothbrush eye.
You're not supposed to use firm. You're supposed to use soft.
No.
You are way too tough on your gums and your
like
teeth.
that.
I know.
I like it when they bleed. It's like when you're lifting, honey. You break down the muscle so it can build back stronger, build back better. Yeah, I like getting in there with my gums and making them red and hurt and pain, because that makes them healthy, right? That keeps them vigorous.
Sure.
No. Okay, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But every toothbrush is either soft. There's also ultra soft and then medium. There's no firm. Well, why do firm toothbrush exist?
People buy the firm ones so they can like use it to scrub their grout and like their faucets and whatnot. That's what a firm toothbrush is for.
I see. Well, I scrub the grout, the plaque on my teeth, honey, and the tartar. DEI is in the news, and you can think about it whatever you want to think about it. We don't care, and no one else cares. But can you talk about Carla and DEI, honey?
Well, we were talking about DEI, as you do when you're checking out your groceries.
Sure.
And she brought up that Target is doing away with DEI. So therefore, we are now boycotting Target.
Yeah.
Costco is doubling down in their DEI support. So Costco good, Target bad.
Yeah.
So I vowed to her that I too would boycott Target.
Are you gonna boycott?
In solidarity.
Are you gonna boycott Target, honey?
Well, no. We rarely go to Target, really.
Because of their sky-high prices.
Yes.
They're super close.
They're very expensive. They don't have a great selection when it comes to groceries.
Yeah.
But they have the best selection for the skincare and makeup and all that stuff. So Luna and I do buy our skincare stuff at Target, and I have to go. Because I need to buy a few things this week.
Ooh.
And I don't want Carla to find out.
I'm telling Carla. You also buy Frankie's scratch pad there.
Yes.
Sometimes they have really good salad mixes there.
They have a couple particular... What's the Target brand of food stuff?
Market Pantry.
Market Side. No, that's Walmart. Anyway, the Target brand of food has a couple things we really like. And it's only available at Target. So we do get that occasionally.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'll be exposing you to Carla.
What am I supposed to do?
She is so wacky. She wrote a postcard to the ambassador of France apologizing for America's ambassador, who is, I looked it up. It doesn't matter. A Kushner? Is it Jared's dad?
It's a Kushner.
Yeah. She wrote a postcard to France apologizing for the Kushner guy because he was a criminal or accused of crime. Or she's so wacky. Like, what would possess you? Did she write it in English?
That's what I was wondering. I wanted to ask her if she wrote it in French.
I'm sorry for Ambassador Kushner. She's wacky. We love her, but man, she's something else. Do you prefer her or the silent grocery outlet gals?
It really depends on my energy level, my mood, how much coffee have I drank.
Yeah.
So it just depends. I enjoy our interactions with Carla, for sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes 7:30 on a Saturday morning, I just want the silence.
Right. Sometimes it's too much and you just nod and go along with your boycott of Target, honey. Your alleged boycott of Target. One thing that happened when we ate at Chevy's, our waiter, we call him Larry, he memorized our order.
I hate when waiters don't write stuff down.
Right. And I get it. It's all computerized and he just walks over to a little boop, 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 and punches in our order. It's not like he's writing it down on a piece of paper and handing it to a short order cook. But write it down.
Yeah, it causes so much anxiety for us.
Yeah, give me some comfort.
I don't know you. I don't trust you.
Right. Just write. Just doodle. Just draw something weird. Pretend you're writing down something down. I don't know. I mean, he did get our order right,
Yeah.
but still, give me some safety. You recently got a present. Your coworker went overseas, honey. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, she went on vacation to Thailand and Vietnam, and she brought back a bag with an array of scarves. And I don't know if they're actually silk, but they feel like silky.
Yeah.
Beautiful scarves. She said
Yeah.
she got them in Thailand specifically.
Yeah.
And they all were different, and she showed us and said, pick one. So I picked out a really pretty one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it or where I would wear it, but I like it a lot. What a thoughtful gift. It's not a little
Yeah.
shot glass. It's not although I do love magnets, so I would have been happy with a magnet. But
Or a spoon that
Yeah.
says Pennsylvania on it or whatever.
it was nice.
Well, that's one of our pet peeves is with your coworker specifically. They go somewhere, then they bring back a refrigerator magnet, but you, like, when we go places, you never.
My coworkers always bring stuff back to share, and
Yeah.
I never have. That's not good.
Yeah, well,
I'm not nice.
that's true. You're a good person, but I think a scarf is upping the ante, and that's meaningful. I saw it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I think you should. But see, so say you go to Thailand, and are you supposed to buy? How many coworkers you have? 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Are you
5.
supposed to buy 5 scarves?
Well, she did.
Yeah.
So now I have to.
Maybe it's hecka cheap over there.
I don't go anywhere. Also, that's a thing. I've been on one big vacation since. Well, that's not true. I've been on a couple, but like the next place we're talking about going is Reno. So should I bring them back something from Reno?
A shot glass, a spoon, and a refrigerator magnet from Atlantis, Reno. Some crap we're watching, honey. Severance S2E4. What'd you think about it?
Love it. Love Severance still. The episode started out a little bit slow. I like the slowness.
Yeah.
Even when it's a slow episode, I'm still enjoying watching it, but it ended with a bang.
Yes.
This episode, like, really some things happened towards the end.
Yes.
Some reveals.
The title of the episode is Woe's Hollow, but my title of the episode is Finally Something Happened. So I'm going to be positive. Adam Scott looks like Tom Cruise. Okay, more than ever. There's too much cursing in the show. Why is it? Ben Stiller is smart. Dan Erickson, the creator, is smart. The actors are smart. Why is there so much F words?
There's one character in particular.
Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan. Like 90% of his lines are, "What the F?
Yeah.
What the F is that?"
And he always has the surprised look on his face, and his glasses fall down on his nose. I don't like too much cursing because it shows lack of clever writing.
It does seem like Dylan in particular, like the dialogue they give him is kind of lazy, or
Yeah.
it's just like, come on.
I think this season it's strayed too far from The Office. Like this particular episode, they're in snow, like they're in the middle of nowhere on some mountain or whatever, and it's just too much. It's not staying true to its roots.
Well, a lot of my favorite scenes and episodes from the first season were not with the innies in the office, but with the outie characters.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. They don't have to be down in Lumen hallways for me to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I think it's okay, but it's got to get back to what really gripped us and grabbed us season 1, and being out in tents and snow, and Milchick reading a parable or whatever, a story by the fire. I was like, what's going on here?
I'm still really liking season 2, but like it remains to be seen if they're gonna
stick the landing.
Like if season 2, like, but when we come to the end, will I feel like it's still working? Did it work with season 1? Did it go in a direction I like? So we'll see.
I feel like it's limping. And I saw some quotes from Ben Stiller that season 3 is being formulated and written. They got the writer's room going, and I don't know. I guess I'll stick with it because for you, honey.
Oh, thank you.
For us. Love After Lockup, best show on television. We got through season 3. Now we have to subscribe to Peacock or whatever. But I want to do that. We're going to do the trial this Friday and then like smash through as many episodes as possible this weekend.
Sounds like a good time.
One thing that I've noticed, like one aspect of Below Deck that we love is all the foreign accents. Like it's not Gary, it's Gary and nay, stuff like that. Love After Lockup is like that, but for America.
Yes, all the regional accents.
Yeah, and dialects and slang like finna, I'm finna eat some dinner, I'm finna go over to your house. And then one guy said, I gotta make some important decisions. It was like, I love that. I love different pronunciations. Makes it fun. And then we make fun of it.
Yeah, and then we talk like that to each other for the next week.
Yeah.
And we just crack up.
Yeah. Well, are we finna done, honey?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for CODO2. We don't have a promo code for CODO2. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you, my wife, and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, we may have tipped 4.7%. It's 4.72. Can we round that up to 4.728?
Yeah.
4.73%. But we're still a good people, and we're still a good person. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day / night. Bye-bye.
And oop. Ooh.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.